All right, it is Thursday once again, and it is the last week of the Open. 23.3 was just announced, and I am headed to the gym to do it. So why am I doing this on Thursday again as opposed to Friday? I decided after last week and seeing how many people really liked getting to see me do the workout and give some tips to it before they had the chance to do it, that I would do that again and be everybody's guinea pig, so that you could see how it goes for me and maybe plan accordingly based on how you see me do. I thought it was fun. It was fun to interact with so many people who got to do the workout after me and got to see how mine went, and I just decided, why not? I can always redo it if it goes poorly. I redid it last week. It did not go poorly. I got 135 on the first portion the first time I did it, and I got 140 the second portion, which is well within the top 10%, probably 96th or 97th percentile. So really good on that. I only redid it because my thruster's not very good. I hit 127 the first time and 129 the second time. Better for me, but my front squat isn't even heavy enough to be really in the top 10%, I don't think. Or be close to the top 10%, but yeah, that's not my movement. I need to really work on that. I'm always working on squatting, but maybe there has to be a plan for that in the off season. Anyway, I digress. Back to the workout today. Today we've got a bunch of wall walks, double unders, and snatches. And then if you get past the first 2 rounds of that, I'll put the workout here so you can see it. If you get past the first 2 rounds of that, then you have strict handstand push-ups. The weight goes up on the snatches. How am I feeling about this? I have no idea. The times are a little tight for me. That 95-pound barbell on the second set, the second round, is a little bit heavy for me. Can I do it? Yes. It's well below my 1 rep snatch, but my 1 rep power snatch is less than my 1 rep squat snatch. My 1 rep squat snatch is 130 or 135. I think it's 130. I think 135 I've done from the hang though. 130 from the ground, and 125 is that third weight, which I probably won't get to anyway, but that's that third weight. So 95 is well within my wheelhouse, but to power that for 12 reps is kind of a lot. So I think my plan is going to be you want to stay calm enough to get there, but I do want to push it a little bit on the wall walks and the double unders in that first set, so that I allow myself to bank a little bit of time to have to do that portion of the workout, those 12 reps at 95 pounds, so that I get a shot at those strict handstand push-ups and extending my workout past the first 6-minute block into that 9-minute block. So we're gonna head to the gym and wish me luck, even though I've already done it by the time you're watching this, but why not wish me luck anyway? Virtually, thanks. All right, back to a voiceover to tell you a little bit about my thoughts watching the workout back and some of my thoughts while I was doing it. So about to start, here we go into the wall walks. And these were all right. I mean, I feel like I kept a good speed on this set of them, and I just tried to get through them quickly. I think that might be a better strategy if you're okay at them than taking them slowly just to get through them. And I feel like once you start breaking on something like this, it's kind of easy to keep on breaking. So it might make most sense just to power through these if you have the capacity to power through these and you've done a lot of wall walks. So now onto these double unders. And to be totally honest, double unders is not a great movement for me, but I actually get through this set of 50 unbroken. So there's a little spoiler for you. This set goes pretty well. Maybe got my heart rate up too high. I'm not sure, but I also think my heart rate was probably pretty high because I just feel like I was a little bit panicked. I knew that 95-pound barbell in the second round was going to be tough, and I felt like at this point that I needed to bank as much time as possible, and it may have impacted me down the road. But yep, got through those 50 unbroken, so I am happy about that. I don't know if I would change that if double unders are going well. I break these up. I didn't really have a plan for it, but I may break them up a little bit more and just try to keep my heart rate under control when I redo this workout, because I am going to redo this workout. If you didn't figure that out already from the title, I will be redoing this. But I think you should break these up. The only person I've seen doing them unbroken is Mal O'Brien, and most of the people watching this video probably don't have the capacity that Mal has on this bar. So I would suggest breaking it up, and I might go down to, I don't know, maybe 2s and 3s when I redo it, maybe 5 sets of 3. Maybe that's a good way to go about it. I just tend to like to get a little bit more done so that I have less to go, but it might just be smarter to try to keep my heart rate under control as much as I can, as opposed to knock out a ton of reps. For me, who that 95-pound barbell is going to be heavy for, and maybe if you're have the same thing, 95, 135 is heavy, might be smart for you too. So I just finished that up under the 210 mark, walking back to these wall walks. And I think I was feeling my arms a little bit. Also, my arms were sore before I started this, which probably is not great. So I tried to shake them out a little bit. But it might be worth, since I'm not too bad at these, keeping on these a little bit more and maybe taking a break later on in between the double unders and the snatches, as opposed to taking these little breaks here. But we'll see when I retest how that goes. So just chipping away at these each time, I was pretty much shaking out my arms to give them a little bit of a rest. Like I said, they were sore going into this, so I feel like I can't give you the best idea of how your arms would feel if yours feel fresh today. If they do feel fresh and wall walks are in your wheelhouse, I think I would suggest staying on these a little bit more just to bank a little bit more time. I spent like almost a minute, not quite, on those. And the first round, it was closer to just over 30 seconds. So might be worth trying to go a little bit harder on those. Also, my dubs did not go as well this second time. And if I can minimize the mistakes on this, that might be able to help me out too. Again, I think I was just panicked about that 95-pound barbell and wanted to get there with the max amount of time I could, and was really hoping to get there with 2 full minutes. And I think as I started to mess up, I realized that was going to be harder to get there with 2 full minutes, and then it made me mess up more. So just try to not get too in your head like I am right now. As you see me put down the rope and shake out my arms because I'm just panicking. I am panicking. Bad idea. You don't want to be anxious during a rope and workout, and it's just an open workout. It's just a workout. But anyway, got this next set after putting it down. I think I completed all the reps, the rest of the reps unbroken. So it was good to take that little break under these circumstances, but I think it would be better, And I just hit my arms. Obviously, my arms were bothering me, and I don't think I wanted to acknowledge that. And that was a pretty bad fail of that first one. And that ate up a lot of time. And this is why I think I might have a chance of at least getting more reps than 95, if not finishing it, if I am to redo this, because I lost a lot of time on that first fail. And I think that if I plan a little bit better and also just tell myself, like, I did these 95s. I got a bunch of reps at 95. I can do this. Maybe I can go into it with a little bit more confidence. And if I'm not feeling, my arms aren't feeling as sore as they are now from a bunch of pull-ups I did earlier this week, maybe I'll be able to do more of these. But respect this 95-pound barbell. I didn't look past it. I was concerned about it before going into this workout. But I know a lot of people I'm talking to are thinking about the strict handstand push-ups and not thinking at all about this. And you definitely have to respect this 95. I get into a little bit of a better rhythm here, but I do believe I missed this 2 more times. So I have 3. There you go. There's one of them. So I have 3 misses and hit 7 reps. So if I made those 3, that would be 10 reps. And I think these misses are more costly for time and energy than makes would be. So I think there is room for me to get more reps, because I'm just, after missing, I feel like my confidence is kind of out the window. So it's harder to make the next one, and I'm resting longer. So if you do miss, just don't get in your head about it, because there's no real benefit to that. You just gotta have a short memory in these kind of things and just keep going. So I get this one, and those were 2 pretty fast reps. I think someone else yelled that you have to go right now, so I pulled it right away, and I actually could have waited a second and stood up, but I just, I didn't know how much time was left. I wasn't even looking at the clock. So, I was pretty disappointed. You can see me sitting on the floor. I wanted to get to that wall and do the handstand push-ups because I'm pretty confident I can get a couple of them. It didn't happen in this attempt. I think that if I'm a little bit more recovered and not as nervous about the 95, maybe I can at least get a few more reps, if not, finish them possibly. So I definitely feel like I'm going to redo this and give it another shot and go into it with a better mindset and with a little bit more of a plan to probably break up the snatches a little bit more on the first set, but try to keep them fast, but break them up so just like less time under tension, because I need to save as much as I can for that 95, because that's where the workout kind of starts for me, or where it gets really rough for me. And maybe take a second before I approach that first rep, because I lost a lot of time, maybe close to like 20, 25 seconds on that first fail. So if I was to have taken 5 or 10 seconds to recover before picking it up and made the rep, I probably could have actually saved time versus ripping that first rep off the ground. Just some things to keep in mind when you guys do this workout, whenever you guys do it. And then after the workout, I decided to do a couple more reps to 95 just to feel it again and to tell myself, hey, you can do this weight. You've done this weight. Not a lot lately in workouts, but I did 3 pretty quick, much nicer looking singles here, but I was after like 10 minutes of rest. So that's different. But I did do them and I can do them. And I think that's something I have to keep in mind and something you should keep in mind. If it's a weight that you know you've done before and you can do it, it's not a PR for you. Just tell yourself, I know I can do this. I am going to be confident and I'm going to believe in myself, because I think negative self-talk can really impact something like this, especially when you have all these things leading into a hard movement. And just respect the bars, because unless these are very low percentages for you, it gets tough. All that shoulder work with the wall walks, it's going to add up and it's going to make those snatches harder, wall walks and the double unders. So don't forget that when approaching that barbell. Also, if you want the opportunity to redo this workout, I would suggest videoing it, because watching this back right now and seeing how it went and where I could make up time, I think is going to help me improve. Of course, I don't know if I improve yet, but I do think there is a lot of potential for help in improving by watching yourself and being able to see exactly what happened as opposed to trying to remember it. So that workout definitely didn't go as well as I was hoping it would go. The 95 felt heavy. I was worried it was going to feel heavy, and it definitely felt very, very heavy. I do plan to redo this. So the good thing about this workout is it wasn't super taxing. It's one people can definitely redo. It's one you can redo twice if you really needed to. I don't know if that's necessary, but you could redo it multiple times. My arms are a little bit sore. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I don't want to make excuses though, but my arms are a little bit sore. So my hope is that maybe if I rest them tomorrow, I'll have a better shot when I redo it. Also, I feel like I was a little bit panicked, so I really rushed that first portion and maybe should have focused a little bit more on my breathing to keep things under control so that I would feel a little bit more confident going into the 95-pound barbell. And I missed a couple reps. So if I had made those reps, you know, that would have saved me a lot of time. Also, if I had made those reps, I think that making a rep is faster than failing a rep. So I would have saved a little bit of time on that. I only got 7 reps, but I think I failed 3. I don't know. You would have just seen it. So you probably know better than I do right now. But I failed a couple reps. So I think if I were to make those reps, at the very least, I think I can get more snatches into that 95-pound barbell. Like at the very least. Hopefully I could do even more than that, maybe get past it. I will definitely post my redo if and when I redo it so that you all can see how it goes. Like I've mentioned before, I am just a regular athlete trying to see if I can push my way into quarterfinals. I am not an elite CrossFitter, so this is where we're at. I like snatches, but cycling a heavy snatch is not, like under fatigue, is not my best thing, obviously. And it's obviously something I need to work a little bit better at. I don't think we've seen a ton of heavy snatches in the open. We have seen heavy snatches in the open, but usually they were squats before, and they were less reps than 12 at 95, at least in one sitting. So there was that one with 3 rounds of 5, but it was 3 rounds of 5. It wasn't 12 consecutive. So it's just different, and you know, I need to get better at it. Ultimately, that's the fact. So I'm gonna redo it, and I can do those strict handstand push-ups. I just need to get to them. And if I don't, like, whatever, these are just open workouts. Like, they don't define any of us, unless they don't define any of us, period. But I guess if you are an elite athlete, they might mean more. But for all of us who go to work 40 hours a week and come to the gym after or before, you know, it's not about the workout. Give it your best effort, and that's something to be proud of. So I'm gonna redo this one. I'll let you know how it goes. And yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Sorry if I disappointed all of you. All right, bye. Something I forgot to mention that I figured I would throw in here at the end is there is a tie break time. If you don't know that, there's a tie break time after the snatches. So whatever the last set of snatches is you do finish, that is your tie break time. So say 95 or 135 is a PR for you or close to your PR, and you're not sure if you're gonna get any reps, there might be some benefit of sprinting that first one, the 65, 95, to get the best tie break time you can, allow yourself the most time at the 95, 135, the second barbell, and get you a good tie break time just in case you don't get any reps at the next bar. So that's something I wanted to mention. And then also for me, at least, the 95-pound barbell from the 65. So for women, it is a 65 jump to 95. For men, it is a 95-pound jump to 135. That felt like a lot on my body. It just felt like a big jump with my heart rate so high. And I definitely think that was part of what hit me. So just be prepared for that big jump. Like, know that it might feel a little bit heavy coming off the floor after just previously cycling a much lighter barbell. Just something to keep in mind. I wanted to add it in. Thanks for watching. See you later.